and welcome to my dining room, but not quite my dining room table because this I'm going to use as my sewing table upstairs. But I don't have a dining room table nor dining room chairs, so the chair I'm sitting on is an outdoor chair. So, you know, you do what you can with what you have. It's important. I'm almost done with the puzzle, and I really like it. I really like it. I kind of wish it was mine, but also, you know, it's good to not own everything because, man, you'd need a massive house for that. That's not to say I don't have a big house, because I do. Sometimes, I will admit, there was a lot I did not know when I bought this house, but yeah, I totally could have gone with a smaller house. Yeah, that would have been a good idea. That obviously didn't happen. I have quite the big house. And, you know, I'm mostly doing okay in it. I say mostly because, yeah, big house. It's not that long for me since I talked to you, but for you is whenever I upload this video. That's how it goes. Excuse me. I am still struggling with the editing. I told you all about the editing challenges last video, and I've come to realize that there are a few potential solutions, none of which are really good. So yeah, not fully sure what to do. For now, it's gonna stay with, oh dear, can't edit, sorry. I really am sorry. For a while I didn't want to edit videos, but I kind of do want that now, but I can't. So yeah, that's a challenge. Another challenge I've had for the past couple of days is because I haven't been able to knit much. I had a little unfortunate incident with myself, I guess. It's my own fault. You can't really see it, and I don't want to show it. And it's very small now. But it goes to show that I have to pay more attention to what I'm actually doing instead of thinking about a ton of other things while I'm doing things. And that's it's very simple, really. I have a wood stove, and I prefer heating mostly with wood because it brings a different type of heat. I have a heat pump. It's right on the wall there. I hope you can't hear it much, but I can't edit, so I can't really do anything about it if you can. So, you know, that's unfortunate. But I prefer heating with firewood, and where I usually set firewood, you know, also easier and, in my opinion, better. But the heat pump definitely has its purpose, certainly. So the other day I was opening the fireplace, or the wood stove, and sometimes some of the firewood I have is very sparky. It kind of wants to play fireworks in the wood stove. So I'm always very careful when I open it in case something wants to spark out on me. I had that happen once. It landed on my pants, new pants. Luckily, I quickly brushed it off, so it was all good. Nothing caught fire. But it startles me. I know it happened occasionally, but still, when something pops out, I do get a little started and a little worried. Not a lot, because I know how to easily take care of it. But, I was opening, and I have, the round thing where I put firewood in. I have that right next to it, so it's, easy to just grab and put in. Thing is, when I opened it, I didn't look at what I was grabbing. That was the mistake, because I literally jammed my thumb right into one of those, and all my pieces of firewood. It's not like the prettiest. Some of them are a little sharp. They have like almost spikes, it seems. So I literally like jammed my thumb into one of them, like split part of my thumb, like really jammed it in there. That was painful. Do not recommend that. Do not do that. Like when you're grabbing for firewood, you have to look at it to make sure you don't, poke yourself. Because that is very easy to do. So I poked my thumb. It was quite painful. Yes, there was blood. And since I knit a lot, I was like, oh no, that means I have to put on a band-aid. It means like, and also when I hold my knitting, it's like right where like the soft mushy part, not mushy. If it's mushy, then there's something wrong. But soft, like squishy part on the thumb, that's, where I did the unfortunate thing. And I use that all the time when I knit. So that made it a bit difficult. It is better now. And I mean, I put on a band-aid because blood was coming out. And something like fingertips, blood, it goes quick. It goes very quick. So that's the thing. I'm done with the puzzle. Woo! I'm gonna show you properly. Gonna try to not like kill the video. I'm just gonna finish telling the story. I really like this puzzle. It's so pretty. But yeah, I jammed my thumb. I had to put on a band-aid, and it like, apparently I really got the splinter in there. I got it out, obviously, but I mean, it was throbbing with pain. And this is in the evening when I went to bed, it was like throbbing with pain. And then when I woke up in the morning, it was still throbbing with pain. And I'm like, you should be healing by now. Luckily, I have aloe vera plants, and they usually do the trick. If I have like it's small, like I have an unfortunate incident on parts of my hands, I usually just take one of the leaves off and just rub it on, and it's good to go, So I did that. Yeah, didn't work, which is very unusual. Very unusual. That usually like makes it much better right away, and then it heals faster for me. Might be different for other people, but for me that usually always works. But this time it didn't. Man, and that was like, my thumb was like pulsating with pain. And I was like, this is not working. I mean, I couldn't hold anything with my thumb because it was so much pain, which meant I couldn't really knit. And it's snowing outside. So what I do inside is usually knit or write. I started writing a bit more again. Love that. But I couldn't knit. And when I watch YouTube videos, I either knit or crochet. For both of those things, you have to hold it. And I use my thumb. Like rest of my hand too, but like the thumb was the big thing. So that was very unfortunate. And the aloe didn't work. And I was like, what am I gonna do? Is this gonna take long? It's so annoying and painful. Not like massive pain, but like, this like annoying pain that just sits there, and every time you touch it, it gets a little bit worse. It's not enough pain to like need to take a painkiller or anything, but it's just like, it's so annoying because it's like there. So aloe didn't work. I had put a band-aid on, but like, what was I gonna do? Knitting is, I guess part of who I am now. So that was unfortunate. And then when I was making my morning tea, I usually have a cup of Earl Grey with a teaspoon of honey in it. It hit me. I think honey is antibacterial. So I just looked at my thumb, took the band-aid off, looked at it and thought, doesn't hurt to try. It had stopped bleeding, obviously, because this was the next morning. And I was like, well, it doesn't hurt to try. So I made my tea, then I took a teeny tiny bit of honey on where I basically kind of poked myself. So, and it was instant relief. Oh my Lord. I mean, I know honey is an amazing thing. I drink it all every day in my tea. But I mean, the instant relief. It like, I put honey on, and then it was like, I basically couldn't feel it anymore. There was no pain. Pain was gone immediately. And I was like, okay, I thought it would take a little bit of time before it kind of like went into action, but that was immediate relief. So I found a new band-aid because I couldn't put the one that I'd taken off back on again. Found a new band-aid, put a tiny bit more honey on, put the band-aid on, and I was like, I think I can knit now. I was so happy with that. And it was still somewhat uncomfortable, but the throbbing pain was nowhere to be felt. So just, I wanted to share it. If you have like a small, you know, where you accidentally poke yourself and make a hole and it hurts, honey might help. At least with hurting. And I mean, it usually heals fairly decently with aloe on. I think I'm going to start using honey from now on. That would be definitely more expensive because I have to buy the honey. And I do have the aloe plants, so they're free. I could just take a leaf and they're like growing like crazy. Like really. They can never really fit in their pots until like, except the first few months after I repot aloes. After that, all these little guys comes popping up, and then they're like, well, I was trying to be nice to my aloe plants and repotting them and giving them more space. And then it takes like a couple of months, and it's full again with these little guys, and they're all like, woohoo, party in the pot because we have space now. And it's like, well, if you keep doing that, Hans, you ain't gonna have any space. So they never really have space. But you know, it's good for me because then I have a lot of leaves to take off and use whenever I make myself a little injuries. But yeah, honey works a lot better, but I have to buy it, so I have to pay for it. The aloe plants I have, they just keep coming. So yeah, it's been a while since I needed to use honey for anything like holes in the body. So it was a good reminder for me. But also, I mean, if I have to do that a lot, it will be expensive, and everything else is expensive, so I'm trying to like cut cost whatever I can. And I did start with like, editing. The possibilities are either buy a new computer that understands the format, but if I do that, I have to buy a new editing program because I don't think I can download the one I have again on a new computer. Or I can buy a camera, but that's also expensive. So, you know. And I have a computer, it works just fine. I don't really want a new computer, which means buying a camera, but that's also expensive. Though it's probably less expensive than a new computer and an editing program. I don't know. What should I do? Should I just continue with these completely unedited, unfiltered, undone? Basically undone. It's just very raw footage and get put out there and like, yeah. Should I just continue with that? Because I'm thinking the cheapest option, obviously that, but like if I have to spend money, it's buying a camera since my last one died. Or at least got really confused with itself for not knowing what it had. Boy, was that annoying. I like that camera. Sure, it wasn't the greatest, but you know, it made things easy sometimes. So, yeah. What do you think I should do? Should I buy a camera? But I mean, it costs money. Obviously, when you buy something, it does cost you money. And I still don't have a job. we're working on that part. There is a health thing in there now. So yeah, I would like to do something to make money. I mean, I can do this, except it's not making me any money unless someone sends me money or like up my subscriber count and watch hours so I can like be monetized. I don't think it would still be the most profitable thing, but I mean, that would be cool. That would help. That would certainly help. So, you know, there's that. I do love tea. Not when it's too hard because then it burns my tongue. But anyway, I'm going to show you the puzzle. I really hope I don't cut the video. And maybe I'll show you the box too and everything. There is like, how do I do this? Okay, here's the picture. It's called Coastal Cottage. It's from Ravensburger. It's the 1,000-piece puzzle. Here is that little, and apparently they have 2 other cute little ones. One is Pierre the Maze Detective, the Grand Ballroom. It's that one. Oh God. Oh, you're too far away. I have to move around the table. Hold on. Is that one? God, this is so hard. Maybe I should just turn it around. And then Crazy Cat's Miss Hardwick's Haberdashery. I like that one. That's cute. So that was in the box. Now hold on. I'm gonna try to not turn you off while I'm doing this. Hi. Oh my God, this is always weird. Oh, look, it's a mess. But here's the puzzle, and yeah. Look at all this puzzle dust. Oh my God. But yeah, about the artist, Emma Allen. So if you want to read that, you could pause. Obviously, you're smart enough to know this. And then we have plastic bags. And here is the top of the box. And yeah, here is some of the information. Whoop, gosh, this was... Here's the title. Here is... Oh, technically it's 1,001 pieces. No, 1,008 pieces. Look there. So I done more than 1,000 pieces, and the sizing, and I mean it's really pretty. Look, you can see it all now. I really enjoyed it. It was not like a lot of blue sky, and the sky here has a little bit of different shades to it, so it's possible to like differentiate and not have like blue sky. And the water, everything has little details on it. I love it. And yes, my outdoor chair with a pillow, that's where I sat. Because as you can see, I don't have any other. Yeah, I did get a rocking chair from my neighbor. And my sister made the pillow that's on it. Because, you know, sitting in a rocking chair with nothing under the butt, just hardwood, not that comfortable. But yeah. This was it for today's video because I really wanted to finish this and pick something new. Not sure what the next puzzle will be, and also this table will need to be turned into a growing table for plants because I need to do plant starts because even though it's snow outside, look, it's all white. Can you see the snow? You can see some of it. Well, that's how it is outside. Can't really do much growing outside yet, but eventually we'll get to it. But plant starts needs to be started inside, and this is the table where some of them will live. So, you know, I don't know how many puzzles I will get to do in the near future, but keep your fingers crossed. And I will leave you at that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!